everyone. My name is Jenny Willford, and I am a state representative for House District 34, which is where you are seated or standing here today. This is my home. This is my home. I live I live less than a mile. You could walk from here, and my daughter goes to daycare just across the parking lot here. So this is my home. I'm sorry that I was late this morning. A mixture of youth sports, Minecraft, nap time. Thank goodness for nap time. But I'm here. And I'm curious, has anyone seen Gabe yet? Have you guys found him? He's not here? Where is Gabe? I want to know where he is as well. I know where his office is. Maybe they're going to Beetlejuice. Sorry, I said it. She doesn't know what it means yet. It's fine. I know where his office is. How many of you know where his office is? How many of you have reached out? That's a lot of hands. 5 calls up here in the front. That's a lot. Well, one of the core things that you do when you put up your hand and you say you want to serve a community is you show up and you face them. You face them when it's hard. You face them when things are great. And you hear their feedback, you hear their pain, and you walk alongside them to make it better. How many of you have had Gabe walk alongside of you to make things better yet? I don't see a hand in this room. Yep. That is right. Well, I am very happy to be here with all of you, and I know Caroline is as well. As I woke her up from her nap, I was like, come on, baby, we gotta go. She's like, where are we going, Mom? She said it just like that, obviously. And I was like, we're going to go see some friends. And she was like, she asked me, she said, oh, one friend? And I said, no, a couple hundred. So this is what democracy looks like, baby. You know, I've been watching the news. I'm sure you all have as well, because otherwise you wouldn't be here. And I am outraged. I am outraged as a parent of a 3-year-old and a 9-year-old who's a 4th grader in North Glen. I'm outraged as the daughter of a high school librarian and a high school chemistry teacher. I am outraged at the cuts and the executive orders to close the Department of Education. It's unacceptable, and it is flat out un-American. And can we talk about it with Gabe Evans? No, we cannot. Why? Because he doesn't want to talk about it. Because he knows what he's doing is wrong, and he doesn't want to face you. But believe you me, my colleagues at the Colorado State Legislature are doing everything that we can to protect the Colorado way of life that you all know and love. And we will stop at nothing to protect what we love in Colorado and who we love in Colorado. So, okay. I guess we're not going to stand. Got it. Sometimes I want people to carry me too. It's fine. So you all know there's a traffic circle over here when you go out. If you're going to go off to Kennedy, maybe you're going to stop and enjoy a beverage at Prost before you head on to your rest of your day. But just across the traffic circle is where my grandfather lived. My grandfather, Ray, served this nation in the Vietnam War as well as in the Korean War. And we've talked a lot about what service meant to him before he passed away a couple of years ago. And he told me that serving was one of the greatest honors in his life because he knew that he was building a brighter future for his daughters. He had 3 daughters, my mom included, and he knew that one day when he had grandchildren, that the world would be better for his service. My mom used to tell me stories of my grandfather. They wouldn't see him often. Caroline, come on. Y'all are so patient. Thanks. Thanks, right? Because kids should be allowed to be seen and heard and part of these conversations. And I appreciate you all making that possible for me today. Our kids need to grow up and understand what being a part of democracy is. So thank you all for your patience with me here. But my mom used to tell me that she didn't see my grandfather often when he was out at war, that he would come home for a couple of days and he kept a bag by the front door in case he got a phone call. And when he would get a phone call, he'd be gone for weeks. There wouldn't be a phone call from to home. There wouldn't be letters. There would be nothing. And she remembers going to Fort Leavenworth in Kansas and being there as his flight was coming in because he was finally coming home. And she said she didn't recognize him when he came home. When he got off that plane, he looked like a skeleton in a flight suit. And after he served this country, he was a farmer. He raised cattle and soybeans, contributed to the community as much as he possibly could, and he raised kids, grandkids, and as he got older, he started having cancer. He had every kind of cancer that would be associated with Agent Orange. He wore the scars of war, both externally and internally, every single day. And it absolutely infuriates me, and I know that he would be devastated if he saw the way that President Trump was gutting and cutting the Veterans Affairs, services that are supposed to keep those who have served us safe and whole. He would be devastated. And what's even more offensive to me is that Congressman Gabe Evans is a former service member too. Mm-hmm. If you are not going to take care of your fellow service members, what are you doing? What are you doing? Who are you serving? Himself. Himself is the answer. So I have a lot of rage. Ma'am, I'm going to need you to stand up now. I have a lot of rage and I have a lot of questions that I would like to ask Gabe Evans. Now, after Gabe was elected, he called me to let me know if I ever needed anything, that he'd be there. He's just a phone call away. How many of you believe that? Do you think Gabe is just a phone call away? Well, I brought my phone, so lucky for you, I think we should see if Gabe wants to talk. Okay, here we go. I'm not going to FaceTime because, he probably wouldn't want to FaceTime me anyway because I don't think that'd go over well for him. But let's see if he wants to answer, if he wants to talk. What do y'all say? Hey, hands up your own dress.
Wait a second.
I'm starting to get skeptical, y'all.
Hi, you've reached the personal cell phone of Gabe Evans. I'm sorry I can't take your call, but if you leave your name and number, I'll call you back as quickly as I can. Thanks so much.
Hi, Congressman. This is State Representative Jenny Willford. You may remember me from when we served together in the state legislature last year, and I am here at the town hall in North Glen with a few, I would say 100 folks that wanted to know, when are you going to be having the next town hall so they can share their concerns with you? Folks, when do you think that Gabe should have his next town hall? Sounds like a whole lot of folks want to know where you are. Hope you got the message. Hope to see you at a town hall here soon. Thank you all so much for coming out and for making the point that you have to face the people you represent.
Yeah.
A huge thank you to Progress Now Colorado for putting on this town hall today and doing the work that he should be doing. We invite you to join their Good Fight Substack. There will be information that I'm sure their executive director can share with you, but keep paying attention and keep showing up because democracy depends on it.